Hi, my name is Autif Kamal. This is episode 48 of Be Logical. This one is about the Hyperloop train idea that Elon Musk has proposed. He's provided us more details with that. If this train is built, it would be revolutionary, but that's if it's built, because we don't know for sure when and whether it will be built. Who is Elon Musk? He is a chief designer and CEO of SpaceX. He founded X.com, which acquired Confinity and was later renamed to PayPal, which many online retailers use, such as eBay. And he's also a CEO and product architect of Tesla Motors. I'm getting those details from Forbes. The name of the article is Elon Musk. Now here are some details regarding the Hyperloop train's travel time and its distance that it goes. Now it could travel. The idea is that it would travel from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes. Okay, now just to give you an idea, those cities are about 400 miles apart. I know this because I've traveled to and from LA and San Francisco several times. And if you were to drive straight from LA to Berkeley, which is a neighboring city of San Francisco, it would take about 5 hours and 30 minutes. So in other words, this Hyperloop travel train is supposed to be 6 times faster than it would take to drive straight from LA to San Francisco. And if you were to take the Greyhound, that would take you 7 hours. And also, Elon Musk says that the Hyperloop train would connect cities that are no more than 1,000 miles apart. Apparently it gets more complicated if you try to do more than 1,000 miles. And then aluminum pods would depart every 30 seconds, which in my opinion is awesome, just because I've lived in Sacramento for a while, and I didn't like having to wait every 30 minutes for a bus. And even in Berkeley, like the shortest wait time I've ever had is like 5 or 10 minutes, which isn't too bad, but 30 seconds is way better. And the Hyperloop train would travel 800 miles per hour. And I'm getting these details from Businessweek. The name of the article is Elon Musk Explains the Hyperloop, the solar-powered high-speed future of intercity transportation. And this article is by Ashley Vance. As far as the physical structures that the Hyperloop train would consist of, we don't have complete details on them, but I'll tell you some of them. There would be pods within tubes, and these tubes would look like shotguns. That's how they've been described. And they would be capable of containing both cars and people. And the cost of the Hyperloop train for one that contains both cars and people would be $10 billion for one going from LA to San Francisco, or $6 billion for pods that could only contain people. As far as the safety of the Hyperloop train is concerned, there would be 5 miles apart between each pod. Initially that sounds good, but we're lacking some very essential details, which are how reliable, how effective would the brakes be for the Hyperloop train. Because if this train is going to move faster, then presumably it needs more distance and more strength for the brakes to actually be useful. So I think if we're given those details, we could be further convinced that the Hyperloop train would be safe as far as braking is concerned. There would also be an emergency brake. There would be less lateral acceleration during turns. Lateral acceleration refers to force pushed on a vehicle during a turn, which gives some people motion sickness. And then it's claimed that this train would have no sudden movements or turbulence. My guess as to why that is because it would be moving so fast. But I can't give you a more scientific explanation than that. Now to compare this to the California high-speed rail, The California high-speed rail would go from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 2 hours and 40 minutes. So it still takes a lot longer to take the California high-speed rail than the Hyperloop train, if our details are actually accurate as to how they would work when they actually are built. And the California high-speed rail would be $70 billion. Now this sounds pretty crazy just because the California high-speed rail costs so much more, or is said to cost so much more, but it would move so much slower. So what I'd like to see is a breakdown of the costs for the Hyperloop train, just so we know how Elon Musk is able to make this Hyperloop train with only $10 or $6 billion as compared to 70. I'm getting these details for the travel time of the California high-speed rail from The Economist. Name of the article is Riding to the Rescue. And I'm getting this information on the funding or the cost of the California high-speed rail from Business Week. Now, how feasible is the Hyperloop train? Well, Business Week interviewed a UCLA professor of physics. His name is Martin Simon, and these are a couple quotes from him. For the first one, he says, "It does sound like it's all known technology, as long as he's counting on something brand new to be invented." And then later he said, he has separated the air cushion and the linear induction drive, and that seems new. Okay, so I gotta be honest, I have no idea what a linear induction drive is. And also, I'm not too sure about how the air cushion would be significant for the Hyperloop train. But again, I'm going to give you my best guess. Now, this Hyperloop train, right beneath it, has an air cushion. And that's going to cause it to have less friction. And so it's going to move faster. That's my guess as to what the significance of the air cushion under the Hyperloop train would be. Now, unfortunately, Elon Musk is too busy to pursue this idea because he's too busy with SpaceX and Tesla Motors. So then the next question I think is natural to ask is, why would you mention this idea if you would not pursue it? Well, he's given two related reasons. One is he hopes that there's an organization that would be willing to take it on for him since he doesn't have the time to pursue it. Or he's hoping that engineers would take a look at his idea, because he's making this available to engineers to look at, and they could refine his Hyperloop idea. But if no one takes on his idea, then apparently it's going to be a few years before he decides to actually pursue this Hyperloop train idea. Okay, so that's it for this episode, but I have one really important announcement to add, which is that this will be the last episode of Be Logical that I'll produce for a while, and that's because that I have started my first year of teaching for 4th grade, and it requires an intense amount of planning, especially for someone who is brand new, such as myself. And I feel like I need to put all my time towards planning for this year of teaching. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't produce more. I wish I could, but I just won't have the time, and whatever time I do use or do have, it's going to be for finishing writing my book. And speaking of which, I'm writing a book on how to make your words clear. If you have any interest in this, please email me at kautif@gmail.com, and I'll email you when it becomes available on Amazon Kindle. And basically, they have this promotion where for 3 days you can download my book for free. So if that's something that interests you, email me. If it doesn't, don't email me. Okay, anyway, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching my videos, and hopefully sometime soon I can come back, but it's unknown when I'm going to come back to produce these videos. But yeah, thank you for watching nonetheless. Alright, bye.